So I'm smudging my most precious, purifying my most precious item of the precious treasures of Casey Land, our crazy stand, and using Blackfoot healing smudging for to my metal here. My intention is not to misappropriate Indigenous culture. It's just to, I've seen lots of Indigenous, and they suggested to smudge things that are very special to us for purification. I've smudged dream catchers. I've smudged dream catchers. I've smudged. This is one of my own personal records as well. I've seen people smudge wedding. My classmate, who's an Indigenous ally, smudges her wedding ring. It's something very special to her. So, bless the marriage, and this is to bless my citizenship in Alberta. So, if I've offended anyone, I apologize. That's not the intent. The intent is to smudge something that is special to me, and that thing that I've earned that represents the best of Alberta, and future relationships between our Indigenous hosts in this province from both Treaty 7s and Treaty 6 zones and Métis nations in Alberta. This is what my dream is. This is why I'm doing this, is to have a better continue to develop our future as we develop our peoples, and this is a representation of a manifestation of that particular state. Governmental societal state of Alberta, and this is my intent, anyways. Elders always say, have some sort of intent. It's kind of dented on the side, though. Have some sort of intent when you're blessing your metals or not blessing your metals, blessing your blessing intent. So my intent is to have 100 years of better relationships between Treaty 6s and 7 Indigenous with the Crown of Alberta, the Crown Government of Alberta, and this is what I'm working towards as a social worker, to make Alberta stronger, to make use Albertan tax dollars to make Alberta stronger, and make Alberta include all Albertans, including our Indigenous hosts. This is why I'm doing this. This is the intent of this video, is to I am not Indigenous, I am Chinese, so this unfortunately is not an authentic. I'm not Indigenous, so I can't really have an authentic smudge. This is pretty much, but the intent is there. Now the prayers go up into the Pleiades and the Big Dipper, the Pleiades, the Orion's belt, that thing right there in the middle. It goes up to there. This is just the unique kind of supposed to represent the teepee, and it goes to send a healing lodge, the educational lodge, and it is to bring healing to all our peoples in Alberta. That's why I'm in social work. That's why I'm in addiction studies / social work. My metal smells like smudge. This is why I want to be a citizen. This is my prayer to the creators. I want to be a citizen that's continues to spend my lifetime honing in my skills of citizenship. And this is one of the things. This is one of the manifestations of the state. Well, not the provincial state of Alberta, not the state as in American states or whatever. However, but try and get more smudge as much smudge as possible, so you can get totally purify this. Our relationship has not gone too well with the Indigenous hosts. So here's to hoping that the next 100 years the Indigenous population of Alberta continues to grow, thrive, and heal after 100 years of damage. Here's to another new 100 years. And we have to do this to survive as a province, to survive as a species on planet Earth, and survive as a functional government. Other than that, I will be going to U of C in the future, so but I will continue to roll these sage balls, and I'll ask them if they need to have another set of sage balls or not. And that's it. Now we just let this burn itself out. Always use a stick. Do not use metal. Clarence Wolflake, Chief Elder Wolflake said, Clarence Wolflake says, do not use the metal. The plants hate the metal. They prefer the fellow plant and prefer. But this guy got pretty banged up. I don't know what happened here. Some students accidentally burned through it. Maybe they just left this. Maybe I can see they accidentally left this here, like that, and then they caught on. But that's okay. The stick has been blessed by an elder from Bacani, because I'm the director of this student center is from Bacani, so I'm assuming that her elder is also a Bacanese elder. So we just fan this up again and send more prayers. I mean, Alberta has a rough history with Indigenous, so we are trying to spend the next 100 years, 200 years to kind of restore those trust in our that they have entrusted through treaties to create this state, to coexist, this government, this society, this community, Alberta, the community of Alberta, to create a two-river system. That's what this professor of Indigenous culture, Ballinger, in Lethbridge, U of Lethbridge, who writes the textbook, and he mentions a two-river system. The textbook is called Ways of Knowing, written by him. And this is trying to, me as an Indigenous ally and citizen, trying to, not Indigenous citizen, but Indigenous neighbor, trying to understand the ways of knowing of my neighbor, to coexist and try not to mess around. So once again, trying to get the last embers, trying to send these vibes up there to the creator. I'm not supposed to really use electronic means to record, so I'm probably causing some sort of a cultural taboo here, but that's that. Okay, we go home and do some homework, study, begin my paper on Cross Lake. Cross Lake is a suicide. No, it's not suicide. It's an Indigenous culture that's struggling with suicide, and what's one of the things that the last 100 years have done to the Indigenous people is more than 100 years, 600 years since first contact, and we're trying to rectify that as allies, and but by trying to indigenize, trying to coexist, by trying to understand what the Indigenous world's mindset is, we will try to coexist, and use that word a lot, coexist. Okay, so that's that. It's now out, so we make sure this doesn't catch on fire. Put the sage there. For now, I do not have a secondary hand. My hand's holding the camera, phone camera. So then you just ash it. This here is supposed, if you don't burn when you're saging, an elder chief moon told me never clean this thing out, because the thing is, the heat from the sage will burn right through the tortoise shell, abalone shell, and so try to make it look nice. That's the try to cross it over here rather than throw. That's the waist. Rather than put this anywhere near the waist, is for sacredness. Put this on the side here or the waist. There we go. Keep all the natural stuff there. Keep all the junky mechanical stuff there. Okay, so this place is about to close up. So that's this Indigenous week. That's how I spent my Indigenous week, smudging my my metal. Actually, the thing is that I brought the metal in for a open house, not open house, but show and tell. But then no one forgot to bring their stuff. A bunch of people forgot to bring their stuff, so I was actually going to use my lanyard, but I figure I might as well just bring in my medal. If I need to, it's more metal. I like these medals than these medals too. Okay, that's smudging a Alberta Centennial medal. I got that from just back in 2005. I'm not sure how I got it or how the government knew I got the Duke of Ed award. That's kind of creepy that they were able to know, but creepy in a good way because it ended up in my case. So just wondering how deeply the government knows us. They know us very well. In this case, it worked out for me, so I'm glad. But it was really surprising. Okay, so the medal is stored in here. I occasionally bring it out to special items. And when I joined the Army, when I joined the Navy, eventually the Navy Reserve, I will be wearing that all the time, I suppose. But here's the hoping that there's another Wait, where's the Albertan flag? Bow Valley? There's no Albertan flag. Oh, there it is. There's. See, hopefully the Albertan and the Blackfoot Confederacy. Centennial's flag is not here, and Stony Nakota's flag is not here. But this is Treaty 7 territory. That's Métis. So all the hopefully this will be this another 100 years will honor all that. This is my dream, anyways. This is why I'm volunteering a lot and working in this industry, trying to lift Albertans up. You people are awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna close up for tonight. Hopefully, I did not mean to offend anyone within the Indigenous culture. That's not the point of this. The point is that this is a personal item, and I'm just doing some smudging to make sure it's purified. That's legitimate. Without smudging, it's not legitimate. And then all my prayers for the next 100 years as a non-Indigenous ally will go up into there to the Pleiades someplace. Pleiades? I don't know. I'm not an astronomer, so I don't know. No, all I know is yeah. I think the Pleiades is those square right there. If I recognize the Subaru logo, aka Pleiades, hopefully the Pleiadians will come down and rescue us. They will see that we live peacefully for the next 100 years. I won't live to see it, but my grandchildren will. Okay. And hopefully lots of other Indigenous grandchildren will as well. This is my dream. This is my wish for the next 100 years. Is that I'm sitting here praying for 100 years of peace and prosperity between our Indigenous partners, our treaty partners, and non-Indigenous, that we can create a better Alberta, and it goes up to there. And hopefully, the heavens will send down some aid to this growing province. So let's do it, Alberta. Let's survive us another 100 years of growth and prosperity and peace for the Indigenous and non-Indigenous allies. That's the whole point of alliance, and the whole point of treaties is that we ally together to grow together and be a stronger nation. I mean, that's the whole point of being an ally in the first place, is that you're a friend, you're a combatant, that you're a fellow compatriot. So as Albertans, let's do this. As Albertans, let's do this. I wish I had a selfie stick, but no. As Albertans, let's do this. Let's create a better 100 years. 100 years of alliance growing, treaty growing. As for Indigenous people, you guys are doing awesome. You guys are coming to school, like Bow Valley College here, and coming to school. Mount Royal, U of A, Lethbridge U, Old Crow College. Once we rebuild it. You guys are awesome. You guys are going to school. You guys are getting good jobs. Keep the new Buffalo. Keep it up. And the leadership of these various nations. You guys are making really solid decisions, economic decisions for the betterment of your people. That's awesome. So hopefully, the Albertan government, we can ally with your governments and make it better 100 years. Again, I won't live to see it, but as an elderly ally, maybe 90 years from now, I'll be seeing something of it. And I'm seeing a lot of it right now, so a lot of work is being done. So good luck, 100 years, Alberta. This is Uncle Gogan signing off.